Hello. Emmanuel Macron is the new president-elect for France. His margin over Marine Le Pen is large, and what is interesting is that almost 2 years ago, nobody knew him. French people want a real renewal of their political environment, and that's a really interesting fact. Its main challenge will be growth. You know that since 2013, GDP growth on average is only 1%. It's not enough to create jobs, not enough to fund the social safety net. So he has to focus on that, and he really wants to do that. 3 elements for that. First, Europe. He thinks that France will improve its situation within Europe, not outside Europe. That's a big difference with his runner-up. It means that France will reinforce and will deep its relationship with other European countries, and they will probably modify European institutions. That's the first point. The other point is that potential growth is not strong enough. This means that there is a huge need for investment. The environment for companies now is more business-friendly. They have higher margin, interest rates are low, but there is a need for a strong impulse, and this impulse will come from public investment. Since 2007, public investment has been cut by every government. What he said is that there is a need to push investment, and he will do it during the next 5 years. That's important to curb the profile of potential growth. The third point is about labor. That's important. You know, almost 1 year ago, there was a law on the labor market in France that allowed companies to adjust very rapidly their employment. That's part of a good law. But there is another part that Macron wants to put in front of everyone, is that if you can adjust your employment, you create uncertainty on the labor side, on people's side. And what he said is that this part of the labor market is as important as companies. So we will improve education for everyone. Education for people that are on the dole, education for people who are working. The point is that the environment is changing, and we have to adapt the human capital to this environment. And this will go through qualification and through education. That's the main point of his policy. And clearly, in that case, you reduce uncertainty for everyone. Because if you are on the dole and you know that you will have education, qualification, it means that your perception is very different because you will be able to find a job more easily. That's the 3 points for the new government: Europe, investment, and human capital. That's a real challenge because you know, the starting point is low enough to push it to mean for him that he has to push a lot for all these elements. That's the challenge for the next 5 years. Thank you.